Imagine this. You are a man standing on a pier, your eyes fixed on a single, shimmering fish darting through the murky water below. You lean further and further until your entire world has narrowed to that one elusive target. The salt spray stings your eyes, but you don't blink. The cold wood digs into your ribs, but you don't feel it. Your very sense of worth becomes tied to the capture. This is the metaphor for a life spent chasing women. It's an obsessive pursuit that demands you contort your body, silence your instincts, and sacrifice your balance, all for a fleeting external validation that vanishes the moment you grasp it. We are taught that this pursuit is the very point of being a man, a romantic, noble quest. But what if this fundamental script is a lie? What if the relentless chase is not a path to fulfillment, but a silent, soul-crushing addiction that systematically empties you from the inside out? This isn't a lecture on morality. It's an excavation of a deep psychological trap. The hook isn't in the woman. It's in the chase itself, and it's pulling you away from the man you were meant to become. So, what is this hidden mechanism that turns desire into self-destruction? And why are you so compulsively drawn to the edge of the pier? The answer is darker and more philosophically profound than you suspect. The engine of this chase is not love or even genuine desire. It is a ghost you are trying to capture. Carl Jung warned of the anima, the idealized feminine image within a man's own psyche. When you are disconnected from your own inner life, you project this ghost onto a real woman, burdening her with the impossible task of completing you. You are not seeking a partner. You are seeking a savior. This is a spiritual void, masquerading as a romantic quest. Friedrich Nietzsche saw this clearly, declaring, "One loves ultimately one's desires, not the thing desired." You crave the momentary hit of validation, the proof that you are worthy because you are chosen. This externalizes your entire identity, placing the core of your self-worth in hands that can never truly hold it. Society, a modern-day siren, amplifies this, selling you a fantasy that a woman's acceptance is the ultimate prize, the final key to happiness. But this is a mirage. The chase becomes a desperate performance, a wearing of masks where you hide your authentic self, fearing the real you would be rejected. So you perform, you supplicate, you trade your sovereignty for a glance, a number, a date. But what is the true cost of this performance? This life lived for an audience of one. The consequences are not merely a broken heart. They are a fractured soul, silently shaping a reality of quiet desperation. If this dissection of the hidden psychology resonates with you, subscribe now. The journey into the shadows is just beginning, and we have only started to map the cage. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt this ghost driving your actions. The cost is a life of quiet desperation, a silent erosion of your potential. You stop building the life you truly want because you are too busy performing for a potential audience within it. Your mission, your hobbies, your deep friendships, all are neglected, becoming mere set pieces in the theater of courtship. This is the unseen consequence. You become a tenant in your own life, not the owner. Neurologically, you're trapped in a loop. The intermittent reinforcement of her attention, a text back, a date, acts like a slot machine, flooding your brain with dopamine and cementing the addiction. You are no longer a man moving with purpose. You are a stimulus response mechanism, your mood dictated by external validation. Culturally, you are conditioned for this. From epic poems to modern films, the narrative is the same. A man's journey is complete upon winning the woman. But this is a grand societal misdirection. The pursuit becomes a cage where your authenticity is the first casualty. You trade the rugged, unpredictable terrain of self-discovery for the sterile safety of a scripted role. But what if you could shatter the script? What if the very system designed to drain you holds the secret to an unimaginable freedom? The rebellion begins not with a new strategy, but with a radical surrender. You must stop chasing. This is the counterintuitive, terrifying, and liberating truth. The moment you cease orienting your life around the pursuit of women, You reclaim the very energy and focus required to build a life that is intrinsically yours. This is not about suppression, but about redirection. It is the philosophy of Viktor Frankl applied to modern masculinity. Your primary drive should not be the pursuit of pleasure or validation, but the discovery of meaning. Pour that obsessive energy into your craft, your body, your intellectual curiosity, your mission. Build a fortress of self-respect so imposing that you no longer need to seek its reflection in another's eyes. This is what the great artists and innovators understood. They were possessed by a demon of purpose far more compelling than any romantic pursuit. You must become the central character in your own story, a man so defined by his own values and actions that a woman's presence becomes a potential complement, not a necessary completion. This shift in focus is the ultimate power move. But this raises the final, most profound question. If you are not chasing her, what then? Are you actually building? And what becomes of love in this new self-owned paradigm? This rebellion requires a tribe of like-minded men. Subscribe for the practical tools to build that fortress of self-respect. If this shift in perspective felt like a key turning, hit like and tell us what you're now choosing to build in the comments. The ultimate truth is this: you were never chasing a woman. You were chasing the man you believed you would become once you had her. You were chasing the confidence, the peace, the wholeness, and the purpose that you imagined she would bestow upon you. This is the final liberating paradox. The very qualities you seek to attract, confidence, passion, unwavering purpose, are not found in her approval, but are forged in the sacred space you create when you stop looking outward and begin building inward. Love, then, is transformed. It is no longer a desperate transaction where you offer pieces of your soul in exchange for validation. It becomes a conscious, voluntary union of two complete worlds, not two broken halves seeking glue. It is a choice, not a need. A celebration, not a completion. So let the chase end, let the performer die. And from that quiet, fertile ground, let the true self finally emerge, not for her, but for you. And watch as the world, and everything in it, realigns. If this final truth landed with the weight it should, your journey of reclamation is just beginning. Subscribe to continue building a life of purpose, not performance. Let us know in the comments one thing you are reclaiming for yourself today.